So hi, so it's Ken again. So welcome to my breezy garden, this breezy garden in Kirkby in Ashfield. So I'm going to make another film. It's not going to be an exercise film this time. It's just going to be talking about, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about the space in between. I did a film in my green screen studio, but I accidentally deleted it all. So I'm just going to do this one, just talking in my garden, out with nature, talking about the space in between. So the film was about the spaces in between, the spaces in between lying down to sitting up, the space in between sitting down to standing up, and the space in between standing and walking. Just paying attention to those spaces there. Okay, so it is, we'll get to that. So it is start of Chinese New Year today. Filming this on the 1st of February 2022. So it's the start of Chinese New Year. So we're moving from the year of the ox into the year of the tiger. The tiger, a really auspicious animal of the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. People who are born in the year of the tiger, they are natural born leaders. Yeah, so the Lunar New Year, or the Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, the New Year is all about rebirth, and it's about coming together as family and friends and reunion. So rebirth. So Chinese New Year. Okay, so the space in between. So we're going to talk about we're going to bring our attention to our breath. So you're breathing in through your nose, if you can. Breathing in through your nose, if you can. Get my thumb out of the way. Okay, you want to make sure that you're not breathing into your throat. You're breathing in, you're not doing this throat breathing, you're not doing chest breathing, you're not breathing into just the chest. You want to be doing nice deep abdominal breaths, so the belly wants to move with the in-breath, it wants to expand with the in-breath and contract back with the out-breath. Just make sure you are doing your nice belly breathing, you're not doing your throat breathing or your shallow chest breathing. You're breathing into your belly, in through the nose, into the belly. And you don't have to walk around what I'm doing. You can do this sitting down, you can do this standing. You don't have to go outside, you can do it inside. Breathing in through your nose, into your lower abdomen. Through the nose, and out through the nose. So our breathing, people pay little attention to their breathing unless they have problems with the breathing. The breath, really important. I mean, we can survive without food for weeks, can't we? We can survive without water for a few days. You can survive without air, without your breath for not very long at all, seconds. Okay? And like food and water, we eat food, to stoke the fires, don't we? Kind of, if you think about us as humans like a steam engine, we eat food, we stoke the fires, like putting coal in there, and we burn that coal, and that gives us the power to move our body. And it also gives the power to push the air around our body. So we breathe in the air, it goes into our lungs, it gets absorbed from our lungs, and it gets pumped around our vascular system by our heart. And it's the fuel that we eat, the food that we eat, that it powers this pumping of the heart. Okay, so we know that we're supposed to eat properly. We're gonna a good diet. We are what we eat. So if we eat good food, then we can power our body in a better way than if we eat just junk food all the time. It's the same with the quality of our breath as well. If we are doing shallow breathing, throat breathing, or chest breathing, we're not getting as much air into the body as we could. So we're not getting that oxygen into our blood and pumped around to all the cells in the body for that cell regeneration inside the body. So if we can get good food inside our body to fuel, to pump the air around the body, and make sure we are getting a lot of oxygen into our body. When we breathe in, we know we have nitrogen and water vapor and helium and everything in the air, but it's the oxygen in the air that we really need to fuel, to get around for cell regeneration inside the body. So we're breathing in through the nose, to the belly. And you want the breath to be quite quiet. If you can make the out-breath longer than the in-breath. You shouldn't be able to hear the breath. The breath should be nice and light. And calming the breath down. You find when you calm the breath down, the body calms down as well. The mind calms down. In and out. So we have the in and out breath, but we also have the space in between. the breath. We breathe in, and there's a slight pause. And we breathe out, and there's a slight pause before we breathe in. So I want you to think about that pause. Think about that space in between the breaths. You breathe in, there's a space before you breathe out. And there's a space, a pause before you breathe in. I just want you to concentrate on that space in between. Breathing in, space. Breathing out, space. Just concentrate on that space in between. And there's lots of spaces in between. I mean, we have a space in between the heartbeats. That rhythm there, that pumping, the space in between. And we interact with our external world through our 5 recognized senses of sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. We experience the external world through these. Now hearing. So I'm outside in my garden, it's windy, we had a few storms at the weekend, still got a bit of wind left. So we keep getting gusts of wind. I can hear somebody's heating kicking in over there, I can hear cars, the sound of outside, but there are spaces in between those sounds. So if you just pay attention and listen to the silence in between the sounds, if you can listen to silence. Feel that space in between. I mean, we are kind of doing meditation here, meditative practices. And a lot of people, when they come to meditation, they get annoyed at all the things spoiling their quiet time, their meditation. It's just listening to the spaces in between and paying attention to the spaces in between rather than just the noise, all the chatter of our minds and the external noises. So for this film, it's just paying attention to the spaces in between the breaths. And kind of go and listen to the silence in between all the noises in our lives. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. So, yeah, go and give it a practice, and I'll see you in the next film.